You're listening to the City World Radio Network, high-definition digital radio broadcasting from the city to the world. www.cityworldradio.com.
Dick Hyman at the piano. And Slam Stewart at the bass.
foot floozy with the fly, fly. A fat foot floozy with the fly, fly. A fat foot floozy with the fly, fly. A fly joy, fly joy, fly joy, oh boy. A fat foot floozy with the fly, fly. A flat foot floozy with the fly, fly. A fat foot floozy with the fly, fly. A fly joy, fly joy, fly joy, oh boy. Now if you feel the low down, you don't
There's
know
too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's too many of you dying. We have got to find a way to bring some love in here today.
Ba-da-doo-doo-doo, ba-da-doo-doo. Opposite. Doom, boom, boom, ba-doo-dee, boom. Up, down, up, down. Up, down. That's opposite. Ba-ba-doo-boom-boom, a-doo-doo-doo. Opposite.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong.
Only you can make all this world seem right. Only you can make the darkness bright. Only you and you alone can thrill me like you do, and to fill my heart with love for only you. Only you.
You went away, and you hung around and bothered me all night. And when I wouldn't go out with you, you said things that weren't very nice. My boyfriend's back, and you're gonna be in trouble. Hey la, my boyfriend's back, and he's coming, better cut out all the double. Hey la, my boyfriend's back. You've been spreading lies that I was untrue.
Hold your hand up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver sound of love. Walk on. they began to wait. The band was jumping and the drum began to swing. You should have heard the knocked out jailbird sing. Let it rock. Everybody let it rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Spider-Man played the tenor saxophone.
Tre giorni son che Nina, il letto se ne sta, il letto se ne sta. Tre giorni son che Nina, il letto se ne sta.
Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my how they fly. Blue days.
And it is a clear blue sky today on a gorgeous, summery, last day of summer, Sunday afternoon. Welcome to Mia's World. Welcome to City World Radio Network. Welcome to my amazing guest of honor today on Mia's World, Paolo Soriani. Welcome from the beautiful country of Italy. Thank you for stopping by on your hopping around the globe. And thank you to Jade Zabrich, my singer, songwriter, engineer. What's up, Jade? What's happening?
On Friday, I'll be at Funkadelic Studios, and then every second Wednesday of the month, I'm at Silvana from 8 to 11 in Harlem.
Fantastic. Jade Zabrich, fantastic singer, songwriter, and fabulous engineer. And this is Mia, and we will be talking with Paolo Soriani momentarily. I'm so happy you're in the studio.
Me
it's just
too.
a hop, skip, and a jump from Rome, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God. You helped me with the music medley. We're doing a special Sunday broadcast because Paolo has to return to Italy tonight, and we will be rebroadcasting at the regular time on Tuesday at 7 p.m. So now here we are on Sunday afternoon. It's kind of fun to be downtown on a Sunday. Jade, thanks for being here. So first, you heard a medley that I always do of pieces based on certain things like who was born today and events that happened today, and my guest picks. Paolo chose a few of them. So here's what you heard. First, we heard my gorgeous, in my humble opinion, my gorgeous ballad, Moonlight in Vermont. It was just the full moon last Saturday, harvest moon. The beautiful ballad, Moonlight in Vermont, by Carl Sustorf. Then Jeremy Steig, the jazz flutist, born September 23rd, 1942. What is This Thing Called Love, by Cole Porter. And then, can you hear, Paolo? Yes?
Oh, no.
Now you can hear. Okay, got the little headphones going. Then we heard John Coltrane, born September 23rd, 1926, In a Sentimental Mood, by Duke Ellington, followed by Marlena Shaw, born September 22nd, 1942, with the Michelle Legrand and Alan Marilyn Bergman song, What Are You Doing the Rest of Your Life? Then the great Slam Stewart, the American jazz double bass player. He bowed the bass and simultaneously hummed and sang at an octave higher. And that was Flat Foot Floozy, Dick Hyman on piano and Louis Belson on drums. Slam Stewart, born September 21st, same date as my dad, 1914. Les McCann, September 23rd, 1935, the American soul jazz pianist with the Marvin Gaye tune, What's Going On? Great tune.
Great
And then the Paolo Soriani picked Miles Davis, the trumpeter, phenomenal.
Very
Miles.
classic choice, I know.
Of course, but
you know.
fantastic. John Coltrane saxophone with blue and green,
Yeah.
kind of blue. Then another Paolo pick, Bill Evans,
Bill Evans is another great masters of all times.
jazz
Yeah.
pianist with My Foolish Heart, the Victor Young song. And then we heard Marco Sanguinetti, another Italian,
Yeah?
pianist, September 24th, 1973, with the So-Far concert, Songs from a Room. And the great blind Lemon Jefferson, born in 1883, with he was the first black male singer-guitarist to have a hit with Got the Blues. And then Joan Jett, born September 22nd, 1958, with the John Fogerty tune, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Egberto Gismondi, I did not know, and again,
Yeah,
I was
he is a
introduced to him.
Brazilian composer and musician. He worked for a label named ACM. It's a German label, and he did really fantastic music. He played with Ralph Towner, with Garbarek, with many great musicians all over the world. And I suggest to discover because it's very, very
Fabulous.
special.
That was Infancia,
Yeah.
Egberto Gismondi.
Yeah.
Then, born September 24th, 1667, Jean-Louis Lully, the French composer and son of Jean-Baptiste Lully, and that was the overture to the opera Zéphyr et Flore. I love that Baroque stuff. It just gets to me. What can I say? Then 1923, year of Ted Theodore Fats Navarro, the American jazz trumpet player born in Key West with Nostalgia. September 22nd, 1936, James Jim Henson, the American puppeteer, famous for Sesame Street and The Muppet Show, with first Mana Mana and Opposite Stuff, great funny puppet, and Kermit the Frog's Rainbow Connection. Then Sonny Turner, the American singer, born September 22nd, 1939, from the Platters and the Metrotones, Sonny Turner with the great Only You. Then American rock vocalist Barbara Bibbs Allbutt, born 1940, September 22nd, and My Boyfriend's Back by Bob Feldman, Jerry Goldstein, and Richard Gotterer. Linda McCartney, born 1941. She was the wife of Paul McCartney, and that was Seaside Woman with Wings. Linda McCartney with Wings. And Jerry Marsden, the British rock vocalist and TV personality from Jerry and the Pacemakers, 1942, September 22nd, with the Rodgers and Hammerstein hit You'll Never Walk Alone from Carousel. Jerry Donahue from the Fairport Convention, born 1946. He's the American guitarist, and that was The Claw. And Nia Vardalos was in My Big Fat Greek Wedding, if you remember that. And she was born September 22nd, 1962. That was from the soundtrack of the great My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Efharisto, that's the only Greek I know. Then the Jailhouse Rock, Elvis Presley released that. That was the famous Elvis Presley song, released September 24th, 1957. So we heard Jailhouse Rock. And Donna Reed Show premiered on ABC September 22nd, 1958. So that was from the theme song of the Donna Reed Show, if anybody remembers that. And then Paolo and I have a mutual adoration going for a photographer after my heart named Tina Modotti. And if you read any of her biographies, and there are many, they talk about one of her favorite pieces of music being the Pergolesi, Giovanni Battista Pergolesi piece, Nina. So gorgeous, so gorgeous. Sung by Sofia Ivanova, that version. And finally, we heard the great Ella Fitzgerald playing Blue Skies, and that's because composer Irving Berlin died September 22nd, 1989, at the ripe age of 101.
Wow.
So he certainly died doing what he loved to do. Blue Skies, one of my all-time favorites. Now, we have some interesting history and holidays because we're sort of doing September 22nd today, live broadcast being September 22nd and the rebroadcast September 24th. So today's holidays include National Legwear Day, National Elephant Appreciation Day, National Ice Cream Cone Day, National White Chocolate Day, I should have brought some, Dear Diary Day, and International Day of Radiant Peace.
Oh.
And Tuesday, for the rebroadcast, September 24th holidays are National Punctuation Day, National Bluebird of Happiness Day, Cherries Jubilee Day, Kiss Day, and Voter Registration Day. The history, today in history. Today, September 22nd, 1862, Abe Lincoln issued the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation. declaring all slaves in rebel states be freed as of January 1, 1863. September 22nd, 1964, Fiddler on the Roof opened on Broadway, beginning a run of 3,242 performances. And songwriter Irving Berlin died September 22nd, 1989 at 101. On September 24th in history, 1683, King Louis XIV expelled all Jews from French possessions in America. In 1789, the U.S. Congress established the Post Office Department following the new Constitution. In 1869, Black Friday, Wall Street panic after Golden Fist attempted to corner gold. In 1919, Babe Ruth set the season homer mark at 28 off of Yankee Bob Shockey. And 1934, 2,500 fans saw Babe Ruth's farewell Yankee appearance at Yankee Stadium. In 1950, Operation Magic Carpet concluded after having transported 45,000 Yemenite Jews to Israel. In 1954, The Tonight Show premiered on NBC. Johnny Carson took over 8 years later. And 1968, 60 Minutes premiered on CBS. And now for our rhyming wrap-up of the news. We do this every week for about 8 years, I think. All right, here we go. Beto, Biden, Bernie, and Pete, who'll be the one to beat? Best dressed, it's Kamala, as if it's a gala. Who will accept defeat? Can they take the guns away? The Constitution's at play. Less team, more hate at the third Dem debate. Who has the most cachet? Liz Warren at Washington Square, vowing change with a dare. In a war against men, sounding not very zen, but feisty with fiery flair. The Fed has cut the rates. Chairman Powell has opened the gates. Says Trump, no guts, no ifs, ands, or buts. It's up to the finance fates. Things heating up for Iran. Does Trump have a master plan? For retaliation without hesitation. I think I'll go work on my tan. First Iran downed a U.S. drone, then pursuing an aggressive tone, launched a Saudi attack. No more cutting them slack. Will we make a move or postpone? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle surely added some sparkle, some glitter and chrome. When in Rome, celeb buzz, a walk in the parkle. It's wedding number 2 for BFF Misha Nonu. Meghan helped her design a capsule clothing line to empower women. Woohoo! SJP, a sky blue sensation, promoting her new wine collaboration. Wearing heels, Mary Jane, she never looks plain. It's a Sauvignon Blanc celebration. Sean Spicer on Dancing with the Stars. Sad news for rockers, the Cars. Rick Ocasek has died. He took his last ride, and you can send your name to Mars. In NASA's 2020 campaign, Mars rover, quite the plane, will carry a chip. Man, what a trip. Where's the red planet champagne? And it's Dear Diary Day, so stash those secrets away. For a future time, write your notes in rhyme. Now where is my Chardonnay?
Wow.
And that is... Thank you, Jane. It's fun to rhyme the news. It's much more fun than the real news. I mean, it's not... It is real news. It's just... done in rhyme. It's not fake news. Okay, now here we are with my wonderful guest from Rome, or nearby Rome. Not exactly in Rome, but Paolo Soriani, who is a photographer and a wonderful appreciator of the arts, a wonderful spirited soul, and it's lovely to have you here, Paolo.
Yeah, we met 3 hours ago, but it looks like we met years ago.
It feels that way, right?
Yeah,
it feels like very simpatico.
Energies are really
very similar.
Similar, yeah.
Very, very upbeat, optimistic, low-key, I don't know, just that mesh of energy. So let's start at the beginning. I mean, you've done lots of photos of architecture, catalogs, publications, National Gallery of Modern Art in Rome. You had lots of exhibits, but you do love to photograph jazz musicians.
Yeah, musicians, and jazz is part of my life because...
So what happened that happened? I mean, did you always did you listen to jazz music growing up?
I mean, when I was really young, I would like to be a musician.
You did?
And I studied 3 years in Roma School of Jazz, St. Louis Music School. And then I realized that I understood that music is, I mean, it was part of my life, but I should never be a good musician anymore. And so I decided I had another love that was photography. And I thought, okay, photography is easier for me. I can stay in the darkroom for hours, but I didn't stay on my instrument for hours because I was bored after a couple of hours.
Really?
So I said, no, I am more close in listening and more than or being close to musicians, and it's been very useful because it's a common language that I have with my subjects. So when I have contact with musicians, they understand that I am not so far from there. They're not just faces, but I can understand their music language. So I looks them like, okay, I represent not you, but I represent the world that you are. So the music and I try to represent this in the photos, something that is behind their faces, something that is I go through their appearance to go in the deep being behind behind their eyes, and this is the reason why many times I have a good relationship with them, and they appreciate that I respect also their being. I don't want to transform them in personalities that are far from their way, but and this is the reason why I work with great masters in the past and also in my present time. I worked with Gismonti, with musician like Jan Garbarek, with Rolf Towner, and also now I'm moving in the pop. And I'm here because I'm following a special new project about Jeff Buckley's music. So
yes.
This is the reason why I'm here, and has been presented 3 days ago
at the Cutting
Room with Gary Lucas and the
Very
Italian
fun.
musician that is called De Niro. That is the nickname, is his artistic name. But the project is very special because it's just very respectful to the music of Jeff Buckley. But in the meantime, it's not just a copy of the way he played. So it's really personal. It's an interpretation, but it's very. I suggest to listen it. Yeah,
on YouTube or.
Yeah, I think that it will be released in September 27th. So, and probably you can find on
a
Spotify.
Recording of the show, or
no, it's a
CD?
studio recording.
Oh, a studio recording.
Yeah, studio
Okay,
recording.
fantastic.
Yeah, but it's fantastic.
Beautiful tribute. To
Yeah,
Jeff Buckley,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Because there are some 6 unreleased pieces
Wow.
of music. So never listen again. Never release
before.
it again. Yeah,
That's very, very.
yeah.
Wonderful to have
Yeah.
show up in the world. So, I mean, were your parents involved in the arts at all, or did you listen to jazz growing up?
Yeah, my father, he offered me many choices. This is what I love of my family, that they don't want that I follow a precise way of life or precise school or whatever. They say, okay, we give you many chances, and then you choose. So my father was a writer.
He was a writer?
Yeah, he was a writer.
What kind of writer?
He was a poet, and
that's where the artistic soul comes from.
Yeah, I mean, I
partially
during my when I grew up, I had many stimulate. Yeah, so music and poetries and literature and whatever. So I had the possibility to choose, arts, and I said photography. Yeah, is the visual arts is my field, and is the way I live. I am a photographer 24 hours a day.
Because you see, you observe, and you're very astute.
I'm involved in life through my eyes.
I mean, I can see from working with you and talking to you a little bit that you're very aware of everything around you. It's like you've got 3D vision, kind of.
Yeah. It's a
which
sort
is wonderful, and it's also wonderful that your parents were open to having you
definitely.
do that.
This is
instead of,
fundamental.
You must be a doctor. You must be a lawyer. You must be an architect.
Yeah, I think that this is the right way to educate your child, your son and daughter, that you don't have to say, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. Or the more they feel free and the more they feel that they have to do something something good.
Right.
You know, if they are obligated, probably they don't want, they follow different,
Yeah, well, then you feel restricted and resentful, possibly.
Definitely.
And sometimes it works out, but not always.
No.
Right? So tell me about Jando Records. So you've become their official photographer for Jazz label.
For many years I've been in the official photographer of this Jando music label, but I work mostly for the musician. I don't like just to take photos for recording. I have care of the image of the musician and the musical projects of the musician. What I mean, that when you present a new recording, a new project, also your image has to be new, because you go ahead. So if you promote your music of the 2019 with the image of the 2015, looks that you never go ahead, that you repeat the same old song.
Exactly.
So, and I follow, for instance, I'm a musician from 10 years. And every year, every time she makes a new project, I make a new image for her. She's named Pilar.
Pilar.
And she's a very talented singer. I suggest also to listen this and to look on the web, because she is really talented. She is Italian, and she's
Pilar.
a very, very special voice.
Just one name, Pilar?
Yeah, Pilar. Is the art name.
Okay.
You can find as Pilar.
What kind of music can you...
she's an Italian songwriter, but she's not just... I don't know, because she moves in between pop and Italian music. There is not a specific kind of. But if you look for her, you discover a very special.
How did she find you, or did you find her, or how did
well, we met in 2011 because of art opening. And I said, oh, I would like to take picture of you, because I listen to your music, and I think that I can create a vision around your music, and so we had the first shooting, and that's...
Jade, I'm going to send you this, and maybe we'll play a little bit of it.
It could be great if you send a piece of music.
While we're talking, we'll play a little Pilar, right?
And we had the first meeting, and she said, "Oh, it's interesting. It's a new vision for my music." And then we go ahead and we create a specific image for all her new project.
Okay.
And
did you find a chemistry when you first started working together?
Definitely. And if you see the different projects and the image of the different project, you can see that she changed every time.
Which is nice. It's evolving.
Yeah,
evolving.
And this is the way, because every year you discover something new in yourself, in your way, and your image have to change.
Want to play some, Jade? This is called Italiano?
Yeah.
What is that?
What did you find?
We'll stop talking.
Autoctono Italiano. Oh, this is a nice...
Grillo, verdicchio, pignoletto, perimaticcio, nasco, vespaiola, falanghina, pedere, l'orpicchio, traminer, torbato, vernaccia, traminer, torbato, vernaccia, incrocio Bruni 54, cortese, guardapalle, canaiolo, capretone, prosecco, bellone, toccai, minutolo, uccellut, piccolit, inzoli.
piece.
Pilar.
Just few words about this piece, because you choose a piece that is special, because the words are all names of wines.
Oh, really?
So it's just this, nothing else, that a sequence of name of wines that sometimes it has a meaning in the sequence, like, and is a sort of
wordplay. Or
yeah. It's so nice.
We like that around.
And she's ironic, she's dramatic, she is romantic, she is.
Love it.
So it's a special discovery. Anyway, that's the way I used to work. I work in a project. What I like is to create an image that represents the artistic world of the musician, not only his face or he with the instrument. It is not for the visa, you know.
No, it's to represent the whole spirit of the
Yeah,
person
it's
and his or her life, or life, soul, or whatever the word.
It's the music. You have to say, I see the picture, and I can imagine which kind of music he play. So rock, jazz, instrumental, vocal. I try it to
Absolutely.
make it.
Now, how did you get the nickname of your nickname is Soriansky?
Yeah, I have a nickname because I think that people need to imagine you not a common name, but like a sort of
One name.
no, a personaggio is it's character. Okay, so Soriansky. Yeah, it's like, you know. No, it's a joke.
Madonna, Madotti.
Yeah, Madersky, Madonna. Well, yeah, it's like
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo is his real name.
Right, that's true. Not the nickname.
But Pinturicchio, for instance, is a painter of the Renaissance. Is not the real name.
Just wow. You can turn that up.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's over. Yeah.
Okay. We'll
Okay.
check out Pilar.
Pilar,
because
check out
the energy.
De Niro and Pilar. This is the musician that I'm following right now. So and
do you have do you actively pursue people, or do you sort of let them float into your life? Do you think?
what do you mean?
I mean, to work on a project,
Uh-huh.
you let fate sort of
yeah,
come
of
in
course.
and just that's like we met, sort of.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fate.
yeah,
Or
definitely.
do you actively pursue people that you like? That you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's better when I interact with the music, because I love it. But I learn also to respect also what I don't really feel close to me, because I believe that every kind of arts are respectful, need respect, and I have to be. If something is not really close to me, I have to ask why, and I have to go
Open up your
over.
mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Open up.
And sometimes I discover something. Oh, I never heard this, but now that I discovered, yeah, why not? It's part of my life.
That's fantastic. Open. That's your openness.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what
we
I
have
feel.
to be open, because otherwise you follow the same main. You are mainstream, and I don't like.
Nothing
to be-
exciting
yeah,
about mainstream,
No.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
And what do you think is next? Do you have another project that you want to be working on next? or-
Yeah, now I'm not only the music field in my job. Now I work for a museum in Naples for 3 years, making artistic project for them, and now I have a new project that it is just born yesterday.
Hot off the press here
in
on
New
News
York.
World.
In New York, so
I just want to say,
yeah.
and you'll tell me in a minute, but we're
Yeah.
going to be broadcasting this as well on Italian American radio,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And just to let you know, it's City World Radio and Italian American Radio. Now back to your project,
sorry.
Paolo Soriani.
And probably the project is to make a new search, sort of visual representation of New York Rebel. The Rebel New York is it is a guide. There's a book that is going to be released by Tiziana Rinaldi, that she is a teacher and a writer, and she did this new project for an Italian editor, and yesterday yesterday we did. Why not? Why we can create an exhibit following this.
Her guided points of interest.
Because also to give a different image to New York to people that they don't live in New York, and they imagine that New York is just Manhattan or is just
Century 21 and Rockefeller Center and the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, transform the tourists in traveler. Could be the.
That's a fantastic project to be coming up, right?
Yeah, but it's just born yesterday, and we talk about it, and this is the reason why I'll be back.
Oh, fantastic!
As soon as possible.
As Johnny Mandolin says, the most important question is, will you come back on the air? And you will, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And another connective bone between the two of us is the photographer Tina Modatti.
Yeah. I mean, Tina is really special because she lived photography. I mean, she don't take photos. She makes and live any single picture as a part of her life. And so this is the difference between his master and the photographer that she followed for a long time,
Edward
Weston. Because Weston is more formal and beautiful
shapes
photos
and patterns, but not the passion.
Tina put something more. She put soul. She put blood.
Yeah,
and this makes her photos different. And this is the way I teach photography, and what I try to communicate to my students is not techniques. Is okay. You have to feel something deep in your soul when you take photos. If it happens, your photos are meaningful. If it's otherwise, it's just empty shapes and empty colors mixed. Yeah, not bad, but not really personal.
Do you think that's something you can teach soul, or is it somebody have it or not, or can they learn? They can learn technique.
I think that everybody have a soul. But maybe they have a hidden.
Squelching it.
Yeah.
It's got to come up.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Well, you
People
certainly inspire soul, and you certainly, to me, you're a passionate teacher and artist as well.
I think that the mission of a teacher is this: to light the fire in any one of people.
And that's pretty synchronistic because today is International Day of Radiance. So
perfect.
So
perfect.
Here we are in
Radiance
Kiss
and Radiance.
Kiss and Radiance.
Perfect. They're perfectly connected.
Paolo Soriani, thank you so much for being on Mia's World, on City World Radio
for inviting
Network,
me. It's
on
a
Italian
great
American
honor.
Radio. It's so much fun. We could be talking here for hours and clicking away.
Yeah.
But you will come back. And
of course.
I think what we'll do on going out of the show, Jade, we will be hearing in honor of the passing of Rick Ocasek from the Cars. We'll hear one of the Cars hits, Just What I Needed. Okay, and thank you so much for listening to Mia's World. Go out in the world, hear some great music, radiate, shine, listen to Paolo Soriani, listen
Bye.
to some great music. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Wasting all my time, 'cause when you're standing oh so near, I kinda lose my mind. It's not the perfume that you wear, it's not the ribbons in your hair. I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time.
You're listening to Italian American Radio. Talk radio focused on Italian Americans and all things Italian.
Yo, what's going on? Y'all listening to Sky's Crescent Radio, and here's what's coming up. On the first Sunday of the month, we have the Poet Podcast with Dale Novella. On the second Sunday of the month, we have the Soul Tree Spotlight with Earlene Stephen, and we also have Keeping It Funky with Troy Weeks. On the third Sunday of the month, we have Boozy News with Supreme Bars. And on the fourth Sunday of the month, we have What's Really Good with Jeanette Berry and Clout Dealers with The Label Noir. And every Sunday at 7, we have Can We Not with Evan Combis. Peace.
It's hard to miss a day of work, but it's easy to spread influenza. Stay home if you get sick. It's the flu season. For more information on symptoms and treatment, visit mdhflu.com. Sponsored by the Minnesota Department of Health, aired by the Minnesota Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, this is Kelsey Grammer. When military service members head into battle, none are expected to face the enemy alone, but many return home and become isolated as they struggle with the visible and invisible wounds of war. It can be difficult knowing how to overcome that challenge and rekindle bonds similar to those formed in the military. Wounded Warrior Project supports these injured veterans through their recoveries by connecting them with fellow warriors and their communities. No one should fight this battle alone. Join us at woundedwarriorproject.org.
It's flu season. You might think you're healthy and don't need a flu shot, but look at it this way. When you get a flu shot, you're protecting not just yourself, but those around you who are vulnerable. A baby, a frail grandparent, a friend in the hospital or nursing home. For them, influenza can be life-threatening. Get a flu shot today. See your doctor or visit mdhflu.com to find a flu clinic near you.
This message from the Minnesota Department of Health.
When it comes to providing guide dogs for people who are blind or visually impaired, one national organization is taking the lead. The Guide Dog Foundation breeds and trains Labradors and Golden Retrievers to help blind and visually impaired people increase their mobility and independence. The foundation provides transportation to its New York campus, the guide dog, a comprehensive training program, and a lifetime of aftercare services, all free of charge. The benefits to training with a guide dog at the Guide Dog Foundation in Smithtown, New York are many. Among them are small class sizes for personalized attention, a long history of excellence in dog breeding, and a highly skilled professional training staff. The foundation offers a comfortable environment and diverse training areas from country walks to city subways. If you or someone you know could benefit from the foundation's free services, call 800-548-4337.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them, with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol.